Now let's take a look at how you can set up STU sign-up forms on your site. Pretty straightforward. All you have to do is go to WordPress, admin panel, pages or post. You will see in the visual tab, there is a new button called STU. And this is the button that will allow you to create, customize, configure your STU sign-up options. So you can just click on this editor button. The first editor option is the cookie setting. Now you can use STU forms in two different ways. You can use it in a regular squeeze page model where your sign-up form is on the squeeze page, but your actual content page is separate from the squeeze page. The users that sign up through the sign-up form on the squeeze page, they'll get redirected to a different page after they sign up. Now where they land upon sign up, you can control that by setting the redirect upon sign up URL. So you can say where you want them to land, put the URL right here, and after they sign up, that's where they will land. So that's the regular squeeze page model where your sign up form is on the squeeze page, but your content page is separate from the squeeze page. If you want to use the STU sign up forms in a regular squeeze page model, then just set the cookie expiration to 0. When it is set to 0, then when the users log in through the sign up form, they will get redirected to whatever is the redirect URL which you set right here. Now STU allows you to do something special. You don't really have to use the traditional squeeze page model. You can have your content and the sign up form all on the same page. There is no need to put your content on a separate page. You can create a single page with your teaser content that leads the way to the actual premium content. But what you do is you hide the premium content. Whether it's a video, whether it's a free report, you hide it behind a beautiful sign-up form. And that's exactly what STU allows you to do. So you will have your teaser content, then you will have the STU form. Behind the STU form will be your premium content that the visitors or the users can't see yet. And below the sign-up form, you can add anything else you want. It can be open content that everybody can see. It's up to you how you want to set up the page. The main thing is the premium content will be locked up behind the sign-up form, and it will reveal itself only upon successful sign-up. So users will stay on the same page when they sign up successfully. The only thing will be, when they sign up successfully, the sign-up form will be replaced by the actual content, the premium content, that was hiding behind the sign-up form. If you want to use the STU sign-up forms this way, then just set the cookie expiration to a big number. For example, 999. That's the default. Basically, what that means is after a user has successfully signed up, if they come back and revisit this page, they are not going to see the sign-up form again. They will only see the content that was hiding behind the sign-up form as long as the cookie is set. The cookie will expire after this many days. And after that, if they come back and revisit the same page, they are now again going to see the locked up content. They will see the sign-up form again. So you can set it to a big number if you don't want them to see the sign-up form again once they have signed up successfully. Now please note that if you have set a redirect URL here, then regardless of the value of the cookie setting, the users are always going to end up here after they sign up successfully. So if you don't want the users to be redirected away from the page where they are signing up, then remember to leave this empty. And then after they sign up, they are going to stay on the current page and see the content that's unlocked. Now another great feature of STU is its ability to protect against spam signups. The way it allows you to do that is using click-based CAPTCHA. Now it's different from traditional CAPTCHA where your users have to enter a bunch of text from a weird and wiggly image, and that can absolutely kill conversions. So STU allows a different way where there is a simple checkbox and you can put any text you want that's configurable here. So whatever you put here is what is going to show up next to the checkbox. It could be, I am a human, or check this if you're not a robot, anything you want. You can put any text you want. It could be a hyperlink, and that's going to show up in the form. As you can see in this form, this is the text that's showing up next to the checkbox. So all your users have to do is check the box, and if you have a terms and conditions that they have to see to agree, then they can read, then this could be a hyperlink and they can read that. It opens in a different window and then check the box. But otherwise you don't have to have a hyperlink. It could be plain text that just says, yes, I am human, and they check it and they sign up, and that's how STU allows you to protect against spam. In this dApp product ID field, you can set the product ID of the dApp product to which this STU form will allow the users to sign up. Now, every sign up in dApp has to happen to a product. So you can't have a sign up without a product. So basically, if you go to the dApp products page, you will find the product ID right there. This is the number that you need to put in the STU editor page, and allow free sign up must be set to yes for a free product sign up. Now the redirect upon successful sign up, if you leave it empty, then the users are going to stay on the current page after they successfully sign up. So in this case, if you leave it empty, you can use STU to hide content behind the sign up form, and the content will appear on the same page after they have signed up successfully. But if you want the users to be redirected to a different page, which is your squeeze page model, where your content page is separate from where the sign up form is, then you can specify the URL here wherever you want them to land after they sign up. And after a successful sign up, the users will land there. Now, another important thing to note is that if you define a product in dApp as a double opt-in product, what that means is if you go to the notifications tab in dApp products page, and if you have set a double opt-in subject and body here, then right after a user signs up, you will see that their product status in dApp is set to I, which is inactive. Now what that means is a user has to first click on the confirmation email to activate their account. So they have to opt in first to be a member of that product. So even though they have signed up successfully through the STU sign up form, they are not going to see any content that you hide behind the sign up form until they have clicked on the confirmation link and completed the double opt-in successfully. So if they don't complete the opt-in to the list, then they are not going to see the hidden content. If you're generating a form that will go onto the sidebar on your site, then set this option to yes. But if you're generating a form which will go directly on a WordPress page on your site, then set is this form for a sidebar to no. So if it's going to a sidebar, then just set it to yes and pick one of these sidebar templates. You have several options here. You can pick widget 1 through 6, which are basically simple templates. They don't have click-based CAPTCHA option. So the users just have to enter name and email and get access. But if you want the click-based CAPTCHA support, then you can pick anyone with TNC at the end in the name. And then you will see the option with terms and conditions. Now, the text doesn't have to be terms and conditions. It could be anything you want. It's completely configurable, and you can change it to anything you want right here. It doesn't have to be a hyperlink. It could just be a plain text that says, yes, I am a human, or something like that. And then one important thing is that don't change anything directly here in this editor. So if you want to change something in your template, if you want to change it to your first name rather than just your name, for example, then don't change it directly here. We will tell you or show you later how to change it. Basically, you will have to FTP to your site, download the HTML file, and then change it directly there in the HTML and save it back to your site with the custom in front of that file. And we'll take a look at that later. But do not change anything directly here. This is really more like a view option, so you can see how your templates will look. So don't change anything here, just view it here. And then the page template, you can pick any page template you want. Similarly, if it's going to go on a WordPress page. Now remember to change this to no first and then pick a template. And you'll see something like this. And these are simple templates with just name and email. And if you want ones with the click-based CAPTCHA option, then you can pick one with TNC at the end in the name, and then you will see this option. Again, this text is something that you can change to anything you want. The important thing is to not change anything within the form directly here. So don't go and change this to something else and expect it to show up, because it won't. So the only way you can change it would be to directly edit the HTML, and we'll show you how to do that later. Now, rest of the settings are simple. Don't touch this. Leave this to the default value. It's not currently used really, but we will be using this in a later release of this plugin. Now error message displayed if first name field is missing. So these are the alerts that will show up when a user tries to sign up without a first name or without an email, or if it's a click-based CAPTCHA type of form, then they have to check the text box to proceed. So if they try to proceed without checking the box, then this is the message that will show up. You can change these messages to anything you want. Similarly, after they sign up successfully, this is the message that will show up, the alert message that will show up. So you can again change this to anything you want. And that completes the editor setup. Pretty straightforward. It might take you a little bit to set up for the very first time, but once you have done it once, then it's really easy. Now, another cool thing is that after you have done this once, so say that you clicked on the STU editor button and then you picked all your options and you, so let's say we picked a sidebar template and then we said insert and okay, it will give you, it will tell you exactly what it's going to do, and then you can read that and say okay, and it will generate this shortcode here. And once you save it and say that you later on want to change something in it, then for the editor to remember this setting, all you have to do is select from the beginning up to here this much text and click on the STU editor. Now when you pick the content and then come to the STU editor, if you pick the entire shortcode, then it is going to remember your settings. So say that you changed it to this number and you said insert, said okay, and now you want it to remember when you come back to that editor next time, just select that and then click on it on the STU editor, and now when you come here you will see that the changed value shows up here. And say that you generated the form for a widget, then after you have generated it, don't really save it here because it's not a page shortcode. This shortcode that you generated using this editor really is for the sidebar. So just take this code that you got and then insert it in a text widget. So you don't publish anything here because it's not going to go on the page. But if it was a page template, then you would leave it here, and then you can put any content that you want to hide, the premium content that you want to hide, whether it's a video or a report or anything that you want to hide. All the content will go between the start tag and the end tag. So between this and this is the end tag, anything you want will go here. So it's like hidden content, and you can put that here and save it. And then this content is not going to show up until the user completes sign up successfully. Only then this content will appear. So you can hide it here. You can put anything after, that will always show up, and you can put the teaser content right above this. So this will show up. And then you can publish it if it's a page template, and if it's a sidebar template, then you can just go to appearance and then go to widgets, and you can select a text widget and you can cut and paste whatever you got from there right there, just like I have done here, and save it, and it will show up in the sidebar. Now that completes the setup using the editor. We have discussed how to set up the various editor options. We have also looked at how to hide content behind the sign up form, the different widget and the page template options, and how you can get the sign up to unlock shortcode and then put that in the text widget for a widget based template, and directly put it on the page for a page based template.